What if the secret to true happiness doesn't lie in the validation or approval from those around us, but instead comes from within? In a world endlessly seeking external affirmation, this concept seems revolutionary. The ancient Stoics believed in nurturing inner virtues as the pathway to genuine contentment, capturing this philosophy in their timeless wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This idea invites us to ponder deeply. Is it possible for true happiness to exist independently of anyone else? Today, we'll unlock the principles of self-reliance, resilience, and cognitive detachment, exploring how these ideas can reshape our pursuit of happiness. Have you ever considered the cost of relying too heavily on others for your peace of mind? Dependence can often leave us vulnerable and at the mercy of external circumstances beyond our control. This is where self-reliance comes in, serving as the bedrock of inner strength and personal happiness. The Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, teach us that independence is not just a means of survival but a path to true fulfillment. Seneca, a revered Stoic philosopher, reminds us, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This quote underscores the continuous journey towards self-reliance, emphasizing its enduring relevance. In ancient Rome, where Stoicism flourished, the idea of self-reliance was not merely practical but philosophical. It was about cultivating an inner world that remains untouched by the external chaos of life. A truly self-reliant person, according to Stoic beliefs, possesses an unshakable foundation based on their virtues and rational thoughts. This foundation allows them to navigate life's unpredictability with grace and composure. Imagine setting a personal goal, like learning a new skill, without leaning heavily on the encouragement or resources of others. Let's say you decide to master a musical instrument. The convenience of having someone guide you or cheer you on is appealing, but there's a unique strength that emerges when you embark on this journey largely alone. You begin to face challenges head-on, developing patience and discipline. Each small achievement becomes a testament to your ability and resolve. Over time, these experiences build a reservoir of inner strength and confidence, nurturing a sense of contentment that is independent of external validation. Now, let's bring it to a more relatable scenario. Consider a professional environment where you're tasked with leading a project. While collaboration is essential, true leadership involves the ability to rely on yourself to drive the project forward, especially when others' inputs are limited. By trusting your judgment, making informed decisions, and fostering resilience, you demonstrate self-reliance, inspiring others in the process. This not only contributes to your own happiness, but also builds a reputation of reliability and competence. Reflect for a moment on your own life. Are there areas where you find yourself leaning too much on others for support or approval? Maybe it's in your job, relationships, or personal growth. Recognizing these areas is the first step towards cultivating self-reliance. Start by setting small, achievable goals that push you to depend more on your inner resources. Each step you take will help reinforce your self-sufficiency, leading to a more fulfilling and independent existence. Self-reliance, as the Stoics teach us, is more than a practice, it's a mindset. By embracing this philosophy, we empower ourselves to find happiness within, regardless of the external world. As you continue on this journey, keep reminding yourself of the enduring wisdom of the Stoics and the profound impact self-reliance can have on your life. The weight of others' opinions can often feel like an enormous burden, constantly influencing our moods and self-worth. In our social media-driven world, where likes and comments can dictate how we feel about ourselves, achieving cognitive detachment becomes essential for maintaining inner peace. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, champion the notion of focusing on what we can control, our internal responses, while letting go of what we cannot. such as the opinions of others. As Epictetus famously stated, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This profound insight highlights the power of cognitive detachment in achieving serenity. Cognitive detachment involves the conscious effort to release the hold that external validation has over us, shifting the focus inward to the stability of our own thoughts and beliefs. This doesn't mean we disregard others entirely, but rather we learn to regulate our emotional responses independent of outside judgments. By detaching from the need for approval, we create a buffer that shields our inner peace from external fluctuations. Consider the example of social media, where many of us spend significant time seeking affirmation through likes and comments. The immediacy and visibility of feedback can create an addictive cycle of validation, impacting our self-esteem and mood. Instead of letting these metrics dictate our self-worth, cognitive detachment allows us to engage with social platforms more mindfully and healthily. We can appreciate the interaction without letting it determine our value. Imagine posting a photo or sharing a personal accomplishment online. Instead of anxiously awaiting others' reactions, approach the situation with the mindset that your post reflects your joy or achievement, regardless of the response it receives. This detachment doesn't diminish the pleasure of sharing. It simply reinforces that your worth isn't tied to external acknowledgement. In professional settings, cognitive detachment is equally significant. Think about receiving critical feedback at work. While constructive criticism is valuable, not all opinions will be fair or accurate. By practicing cognitive detachment, you can evaluate criticism objectively, taking what's useful without letting unfounded negativity affect your self-confidence. This approach helps in maintaining composure and focus, enhancing your ability to grow professionally without being sidetracked by undue stress. Reflect on how often opinions shape your mood throughout the day. Do you notice a pattern where a negative comment lingers in your mind, altering your perspective? Recognizing this influence is the first step toward cognitive detachment. Start by consciously reminding yourself of your intrinsic value and capabilities, unaffected by external viewpoints. Over time, this practice will foster resilience and tranquility, empowering you to stand firm in your self-belief. Cognitive detachment, as illustrated by the Stoics, is a liberating practice. By embracing this mindset, we unshackle ourselves from the constant pursuit of external approval and instead cultivate a deep sense of self-assuredness. As you navigate the complexities of daily life, remember Epictetus's wisdom and strive to master the art of inner control. In the annals of history, Stoics have long been celebrated for their unwavering strength in the face of adversity. Picture the backdrop of ancient Rome, a city bustling with both grandeur and turmoil, where Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius governed not only an empire but their own reactions to hardship. During his reign, Marcus dealt with numerous challenges from plagues to wars, and yet his reflections, captured in Meditations, reveal a profound resilience that continues to inspire. Resilience, as understood by the Stoics, is more than just enduring difficulties. It is a transformative power that turns adversity into a catalyst for personal growth and, ultimately, genuine happiness. For the Stoics, true resilience begins with acceptance. It involves acknowledging the reality of our situation, however harsh it may be, and choosing a path of constructive action rather than despair. This mental fortitude allows us to reframe challenges not as insurmountable obstacles but as opportunities for development. Marcus Aurelius himself advised, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way. This insight encourages us to view setbacks as integral parts of our journey, not deviations from it. Consider the example of losing a job, a scenario that many of us may face at some point in our lives. Initially, such an event can feel like a severe blow to our identity and stability. However, by applying Stoic resilience, we can begin to see it differently. Instead of fixating on the loss, we can focus on what this situation frees us to pursue: new skills, different industries, or long overdue personal projects. This mindset transforms the job loss from a period of stagnation into a catalyst for reinvention and growth. In practical terms, resilience is cultivated through daily habits and perspective shifts. For example, practicing gratitude even amidst hardship can reorient our focus towards what is still positive and possible in our lives. Stoics would often engage in premeditatio malorum, the practice of anticipating potential challenges, which prepared them mentally to handle adversity with composure and rationality. This proactive approach reduces the shock of unforeseen events, allowing for a more measured response. Reflect for a moment on how you typically respond to unexpected challenges. Do you find yourself overwhelmed by setbacks, or are you able to pause, reassess, and adapt? Resilience lies in this ability to pivot, to maintain a sense of purpose and direction, even when plans falter. By practicing acceptance and gratitude, and by preparing mentally for potential difficulties, we can strengthen our capacity to bounce back from adversity. As you integrate these Stoic principles into your life, consider the words of Marcus Aurelius, who wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. Resilience, therefore, is not about controlling external circumstances but mastering our internal responses to them. This mastery empowers us to transform every challenge into an opportunity for growth and happiness. In embracing resilience, we unlock a profound serenity and contentment, independent of life's inevitable ups and downs. It is through these trials that we discover our true strength, forging a path to happiness that is resilient and enduring. As you face your own adversities, remember that within each challenge lies the potential for remarkable growth, guided by the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. Have you ever found yourself in a stressful situation where your emotions took over, leaving you feeling powerless? This is a common experience, yet one that Stoic philosophy offers profound insights into. Emotional regulation, a cornerstone of Stoic happiness, is about mastering our inner responses to the world around us. The Stoics believed in the power of maintaining calm and clarity, even amidst chaos, seeing this as essential to achieving true contentment. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea that while we cannot control external events, we can control how we react to them. This principle is key to emotional regulation and maintaining inner peace. Stoics like Seneca have long extolled the virtues of temperance or moderation in our emotional lives. As Seneca wisely observed, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This insight highlights how unchecked emotions can distort our perception of reality, creating suffering where there need be none. Imagine finding yourself in a high-pressure situation, such as a looming deadline at work. The stress can easily ignite feelings of anger and frustration. The Stoic approach teaches us to pause, reflect, and choose our response deliberately. By questioning the necessity and validity of our immediate emotional reactions, we create space for more measured, rational responses. This practice not only helps diffuse anger but also promotes a state of tranquility, allowing us to navigate challenges more effectively. A practical example can be seen in conflict resolution. Let's say you're in a heated discussion with a colleague. The natural reaction may be to respond defensively or escalate the tension. However, by applying Stoic principles, you take a step back to assess the situation calmly, focusing on understanding rather than confrontation. This shift in perspective not only helps resolve the conflict but also strengthens your emotional resilience. Emotional regulation also extends beyond anger to other intense emotions like fear or sadness. For instance, when faced with uncertain situations, fear can become overwhelming. The Stoics would encourage us to confront these feelings with rational analysis, assessing the actual threat versus perceived threat. This method helps ground us in reality, reducing anxiety and fostering a sense of control and peace. Now consider your current emotional responses. How often do your emotions dictate your mood and overall happiness? Reflect on situations where you felt your emotions overrunning your reason. What could have changed had you employed Stoic emotional regulation? By identifying these instances, you can begin to cultivate the awareness needed to manage your emotional landscape more effectively. Emotional regulation, as advocated by Stoic philosophy, is not about suppressing emotions but understanding and directing them toward constructive outcomes. This skill, when honed, transforms how we experience life's ups and downs, leading to a deeper, more consistent sense of peace and happiness. The next time you find yourself in a stressful situation, remember the wisdom of Seneca and the empowering choice you have in your emotional response. Through this practice, you can master the art of inner peace, becoming the steady anchor in the turbulent seas of life. Have you ever noticed how everything in life seems to be in a constant state of flux? From the passing of seasons to the evolving nature of relationships, change is the only constant we can truly rely on. Yet, the fleeting nature of life, with its unpredictable twists and turns, often leaves us struggling for control. The Stoics, however, found liberation in the concept of impermanence, teaching that accepting the transient nature of life can lead to profound peace and happiness. Embracing impermanence is about recognizing that no moment, feeling, or situation is permanent. This understanding aligns with the Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes living in harmony with the natural flow of life. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, poignantly observed, "Observe constantly that all things take place by change." This insight highlights that change is not to be feared but embraced as a natural part of existence. By accepting impermanence, we are freed from the anxiety of trying to hold onto things that will inevitably evolve or pass away. Consider the experience of losing a job or any unexpected life change. Initially, such events might trigger fear and a sense of loss. However, when viewed through the lens of impermanence, these changes are opportunities for growth and new beginnings rather than endpoints. Instead of clinging to what was, we can choose to adapt and find new paths forward, trusting that the current state will also evolve. Another practical application of embracing impermanence is in dealing with grief or the loss of a loved one. While the pain of loss is undeniable, the Stoic perspective teaches us to find solace in the natural progression of life. By understanding that everything, including life itself, is temporary, we can cherish the time we had with loved ones, allowing memories to enrich our lives rather than bind us in sorrow. This acceptance can be a gentle reminder to live more fully in the present, appreciating the people and moments we often take for granted. Reflect on how often you find yourself resisting change or feeling overwhelmed by life's uncertainties. How does this resistance impact your happiness and peace of mind? Asking yourself how acknowledging impermanence can change the way you experience life offers a profound shift in perspective. It can help reduce fear and anxiety, replacing them with a sense of calm and acceptance that whatever happens is part of the natural order. By embracing impermanence, we learn to let go of the illusion of control, freeing ourselves from the burden of trying to prevent the inevitable. This does not mean we become passive or detached, but rather we engage with life more intentionally, savoring each moment for what it is, a transient yet valuable experience. In doing so, we cultivate resilience and gratitude, drawing strength from the Stoic wisdom that our happiness lies in adapting to the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. Ultimately, the acceptance of impermanence is a powerful tool for living a fulfilled and serene life. As you navigate through your own journey, let the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius guide you in observing and embracing the changes around you. By doing so, you unlock a deeper understanding of life's beauty and find lasting contentment in the ever-unfolding present. Have you ever pondered what it truly means to live in harmony with the natural laws of the universe? This idea, central to Stoic philosophy, suggests that aligning ourselves with nature is not only the path to virtue but also the key to genuine happiness. Stoicism, a school of thought that emerged in ancient Greece, espouses the wisdom of living simply and mindfully, in tune with the rhythms of the world around us. At its core, this philosophy encourages us to recognize our interconnectedness with the natural world, fostering a life of harmony and balance. To understand this concept, consider the words of Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, who stated, "The goal of life is living in agreement with nature." This profound insight encapsulates the Stoic ideal of living virtuously by aligning our actions with the inherent order and logic of the universe. The Stoics believed that nature itself is rational, and by living in accordance with its principles, we too can cultivate reason and virtue in our lives. Historically, the Stoics were known for their advocacy of simple living. In a world that often glorified excess and opulence, they championed the virtues of moderation and mindfulness. This wasn't just about material simplicity. It was about living intentionally and making choices that reflect an understanding of our place in the universe. By reducing distractions and focusing on what truly matters, the Stoics found a profound sense of peace and clarity. In today's world, the principles of living in accordance with nature are more relevant than ever. Consider the modern movement towards sustainability and mindful living. This approach mirrors Stoic ideals by encouraging us to make conscious decisions that respect the Earth's resources and promote long-term well-being. Mindful living involves practices like reducing waste, consuming less, and choosing products and habits that have a minimal impact on the environment. By adopting these practices, we not only contribute to the health of our planet, but also nurture a deeper connection with the world around us. For example, think about the simple act of choosing to walk or bike instead of driving. This choice not only benefits the environment by reducing carbon emissions, but also enhances our personal health and provides an opportunity to connect with the natural world. Or consider the impact of choosing locally sourced seasonal foods. This small change supports sustainable agriculture and deepens our appreciation for the natural cycles of the earth. Reflect on your own life for a moment. How might aligning your daily choices with the principles of nature transform your habits and overall sense of well-being? Imagine the impact of incorporating more natural elements into your routine, whether it's spending time outdoors, practicing gratitude for the Earth's abundance, or simplifying your lifestyle to include only what is necessary and nourishing. These changes can foster a more profound sense of peace and fulfillment. Living in accordance with nature, as the Stoics teach, requires us to view ourselves as part of a larger, interconnected ecosystem. It calls for a careful consideration of our actions and their ripple effects on the world around us. By embracing this approach, we cultivate a life of virtue that not only honors the natural order, but also enriches our own journey towards happiness. As you explore the possibilities of natural living, remember the wisdom of Zeno and the timeless guidance Stoicism offers in our quest for a more harmonious existence. Have you ever wondered how gratitude influences your well-being and overall sense of happiness? In Stoic philosophy, gratitude is not a fleeting feeling but a deliberate practice, a cornerstone for nurturing joy and finding contentment in the simplicity of life. This ancient wisdom prompts us to recognize the abundance that already exists around us, shifting our focus from what we lack to what we cherish. In the realm of Stoicism, gratitude is deeply embedded in daily life. It serves as both a mental discipline and a pathway to serenity, encouraging us to appreciate the present moment and the small pleasures it brings. By cultivating gratitude, we train our minds to recognize the gifts of each day, leading to a more fulfilling and balanced existence. Seneca, one of the most esteemed Stoic philosophers, beautifully encapsulates this idea with his words, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart." This statement underscores the transformative power of gratitude, suggesting that a heart filled with thankfulness transcends material wealth and status, leading to true honor and happiness. Imagine starting your day with a simple ritual of gratitude. As you sip your morning coffee, instead of hurriedly contemplating your to-do list, you pause to appreciate the warmth of the cup in your hands, the aroma that fills the air, and the peaceful quiet of the morning. This small act of mindfulness can set a positive tone for the day, grounding you in the present and enhancing your appreciation for life's simple pleasures. Daily chores, often seen as mundane or burdensome, offer another opportunity to practice gratitude. Consider the act of washing dishes. Instead of viewing it as a chore, shift your perspective to a moment of reflection and gratitude. Appreciate the warmth of the water, the satisfaction of seeing something clean, and the nourishment that the meal provided. Through these simple acknowledgements, we find joy in the routine, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. On a broader level, practicing gratitude can improve our relationships and interactions with others. By expressing thanks for the people in our lives, we strengthen connections and foster a positive environment. Whether it's acknowledging a colleague's efforts, appreciating a friend's support, or thanking a loved one, these gestures not only uplift others but enrich our own lives with meaning and joy. Reflect on your day today. What are some simple things you are grateful for? It could be the comfort of your bed, the laughter of a friend, or the beauty of a sunset. Take a moment to list these things, no matter how small. This exercise not only cultivates a grateful heart, but also enhances awareness and appreciation for the world around you. By embracing gratitude as a daily practice, we align ourselves with the Stoic pursuit of a virtuous and contented life. This practice shifts our focus from external desires to internal fulfillment, fostering a sense of peace and happiness that transcends circumstances. As you continue to engage with Stoic principles, remember the wisdom of Seneca and the profound impact a grateful heart can have on your journey to true happiness. By finding joy in simplicity and practicing gratitude daily, you unlock a more mindful, fulfilling life, deeply rooted in the present moment. What if seeking out discomfort could unlock a stronger, more resilient version of yourself? This might sound counterintuitive in a world that often prioritizes comfort and convenience. Yet, the practice of voluntary discomfort is a key Stoic exercise designed to build mental fortitude and resilience, preparing us for life's inevitable challenges. The Stoics understood that controlled hardship allows us to cultivate inner strength, making us less susceptible to the swings of fortune. Voluntary discomfort involves purposefully stepping outside our comfort zones to confront manageable levels of difficulty. This practice aims to prepare the mind and body for times when discomfort is not a choice but a necessity. Musonius Rufus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, championed this idea, famously stating, "We should consider that a rough and unsteady road is more beneficial than a smooth and easy one, as it trains us for life's inevitable hardships." His wisdom underscores the value of enduring challenges to build the resilience needed to navigate life's unpredictable path. Let's explore some practical applications of voluntary discomfort that you can integrate into your daily routine. One common method is fasting, a practice rooted in both ancient traditions and modern health benefits. By choosing to abstain from food for a controlled period, we not only gain health advantages but also strengthen our willpower. Fasting teaches us to manage our desires and reminds us that we can endure temporary discomfort for long-term benefits. Another example is the practice of taking cold showers. At first glance, diving into cold water appears to go against our instinct for warmth and comfort. However, enduring the shock and discomfort of cold water can awaken our senses and invigorate our body and mind. Regularly engaging in this practice builds mental toughness, teaching us to remain calm and focused even when faced with immediate discomfort. By incorporating these exercises into your life, you begin to develop a mindset that welcomes challenges rather than shying away from them. This perspective shift encourages growth, resilience, and a deeper appreciation for comfort when it is available. Over time, you may find that life's unexpected challenges no longer feel overwhelming, as you have already honed your ability to endure and adapt. Reflect on your own life for a moment. What are some small, voluntary challenges you could embrace to build your resilience? Perhaps it's waking up earlier than usual, practicing digital detox periods, or learning a new skill that intimidates you. By identifying opportunities for voluntary discomfort, you take proactive steps toward fortifying your mental strength. The practice of voluntary discomfort is a powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal for achieving true happiness and inner peace. By stepping outside our comfort zones, we not only prepare ourselves for life's adversities, but also deepen our understanding of what we are capable of enduring. As you ponder Musonius Rufus's wisdom, consider embracing a personal challenge willingly. This exercise not only strengthens your resolve but also enriches your journey, unlocking a reservoir of resilience and fortitude that serves you throughout life's many trials. Have you ever caught yourself rushing through the day, only to realize you barely remember half of it? In our fast-paced world, the art of being truly present often slips through our fingers, overshadowed by the demands of daily life. Yet, for the Stoics, mindfulness and presence are not just admirable practices but essential anchors to true contentment. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the only moment we truly possess is the present. This focus on mindfulness is not merely about savoring the here and now, but about embracing it with full awareness. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, captured this wisdom succinctly with his statement, "Confine yourself to the present." This advice is a powerful reminder that our strength and happiness lie in experiencing life as it unfolds, unhindered by regrets of the past or anxieties about the future. Mindfulness in the Stoic tradition involves cultivating an acute awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. It encourages us to engage with the world thoughtfully, savoring each experience rather than letting it pass unnoticed. By practicing mindfulness, we become more attuned to the subtleties of life, experiencing greater satisfaction and joy in everyday moments. To truly incorporate mindfulness into our daily lives, we can draw on several practical techniques. One such practice is meditation, a tool that helps center our thoughts and brings them into stillness. Meditation does not need to be overly complicated. Even a few minutes of focusing on your breath or observing your thoughts without judgment can significantly increase your presence of mind. This daily practice can act as a reset button, allowing you to approach the rest of your day with renewed clarity and focus. Another technique to enhance mindfulness is spending time in nature. Nature has a unique way of grounding us, pulling us into the present with its beauty and simplicity. Whether it's taking a walk through a park, observing the intricate patterns of a leaf, or listening to the rhythmic sounds of ocean waves, these moments in nature encourage us to slow down and reconnect with the world around us. As you reflect on these ideas, ask yourself, how often do you find your mind wandering during conversations or daily tasks? Are there moments of beauty or connection you might have missed because of distractions? Consider starting a practice of mindful observation where you consciously focus on being fully present for a specific task or interaction each day. Whether it's a meal, a conversation with a loved one, or a moment of silence, savoring its depth can transform your experience. Through mindfulness and presence, we anchor ourselves in the reality of the moment, freeing ourselves from the chains of past regrets and future worries. This practice not only enhances our appreciation of life's simple pleasures, but also aligns us with the Stoic pursuit of inner peace and happiness. As you continue your journey in Stoicism, remember Marcus Aurelius's profound insight and strive to confine yourself to the present. By doing so, you embrace a life of true contentment, enriched by the clarity and joy that mindfulness brings. In the bustling corridors of ancient Rome, Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus chose lives marked by simplicity, demonstrating that true wealth lies not in possessions but in the richness of spirit and clarity of mind. This devotion to simplicity was not merely a philosophical stance. It was a deliberate lifestyle choice, one that has inspired the minimalist movement we see flourishing today. By embracing a minimalist approach, the Stoics taught that we could unburden ourselves from the unnecessary, allowing us to focus on what genuinely contributes to our well-being. At the heart of Stoic minimalism is the belief that happiness stems from having fewer desires rather than acquiring more things. This philosophy aligns seamlessly with the modern concept of minimalism, which advocates for decluttering our physical and mental spaces to enhance our quality of life. Seneca, a leading figure among Stoic thinkers, poignantly stated, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." This insight reveals the profound truth that craving and clutter in our lives often lead to discontent, while simplicity fosters serenity and satisfaction. The practice of minimalism encourages us to assess what truly adds value to our lives and to let go of excess that distracts us from what's essential. In today's world, physical and digital clutter can overwhelm us, creating stress and chaos in our environment. Consider the simple yet transformative action of decluttering your living space. By sorting through belongings and keeping only what is meaningful, you create a sanctuary free from distractions, a place that promotes peace and focus. This practice not only lightens the physical load but also alleviates mental stress, allowing for more room to appreciate and enjoy what you truly treasure. In our digital age, the constant influx of information can also clutter our minds, leading to distraction and anxiety. Engaging in a digital detox can be an effective application of Stoic simplicity. By setting time aside to unplug from devices and the internet, we liberate ourselves from the relentless tide of digital stimuli. This pause from technology helps us reconnect with our surroundings and with ourselves, nurturing a clearer mind and a fuller presence in the moment. Reflect for a moment. What unnecessary complexities are currently weighing you down? Is it an overflowing closet, a barrage of notifications, or perhaps commitments that no longer serve your purpose? Identifying these burdens is the first step toward embracing simplicity and gaining control over your time and energy. As you contemplate these aspects of your life, consider adopting a minimalist mindset. Begin by evaluating one area, such as your workspace or your daily routine, for elements that could be simplified or removed. This intentional act of simplification aligns with the Stoic pursuit of living a life of virtue, free from the distractions of excess and focused on personal growth and happiness. Through the beauty of minimalism, the Stoics remind us that happiness is not found in the accumulation of material goods or external validations, but in the clarity of a life lived with intention and purpose. By stripping away the superfluous, we create space for what truly matters, inviting a profound sense of peace and fulfillment into our lives. Embrace the wisdom of Seneca and find joy in the simplicity, realizing that in having less, we may truly find that we have everything. As we conclude this journey through the Stoic path to true happiness, let's take a moment to reflect on the transformative power of these ancient teachings. We've delved into the importance of self-reliance, understanding that true strength comes from within. By depending on ourselves, we build a foundation of resilience that allows us to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and confidence. Resilience stands as a testament to our ability to adapt and thrive amidst adversity. It's about accepting life's challenges not as roadblocks but as opportunities for growth. The Stoics remind us that our reactions define our reality more than the events themselves. This mindset empowers us to maintain our equilibrium, even when circumstances threaten to tip the scales. Presence, the art of living in the moment, is another crucial pillar. By confining ourselves to the present, we free ourselves from the chains of past regrets and future anxieties. Embracing mindfulness enhances our appreciation for each moment, revealing the richness of life that often goes unnoticed in the hustle and bustle. Throughout this exploration, we've seen how Stoicism, with its emphasis on inner virtue and wisdom, offers a timeless blueprint for living a fulfilling life. From the empowering practice of voluntary discomfort to the liberating acceptance of impermanence, these principles invite us to recalibrate our pursuits towards what truly matters. As we ponder these insights, consider the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic philosophy, urging us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts and responses. By doing so, we unlock a profound serenity untouched by external turmoil. Now, I encourage you to reflect on how these Stoic teachings can weave into the fabric of your daily life. What small changes can you implement today that harness the power of self-reliance, resilience, and presence? Whether it's practicing gratitude, simplifying your surroundings, or embracing challenges with an open heart, each step draws you closer to a life of true contentment. As we wrap up this video, I invite you to continue the conversation. Share your insights and experiences in the comments below. How have Stoic principles impacted your life, and in what ways do you plan to integrate them further? Let's foster a community where we learn and grow together, embracing the wisdom of Stoicism in our collective journey towards happiness. If you enjoyed this exploration and wish to dive deeper into Stoic philosophy, consider subscribing. Join us as we continue to unravel the timeless lessons of the Stoics, exploring how these ancient teachings can enrich our modern lives. Thank you for being part of this journey. Until next time, may you find strength in the power of your mind and discover happiness that stands resilient against the tides of life.